A boardroom coup just happened. Some deception and secrets are going on at OpenAI. Who's lying? Is it the board of directors? Or Sam Altman, OpenAI's CEO, who got fired briefly before returning?
OpenAI has signed a letter saying they will quit unless the board resigns.
OpenAI has sacked its CEO Sam Altman.
CEO of OpenAI has been fired.
An AI that had been agitating for Sam Altman.
To OpenAI
on the order of $50 million.
Benefits and danger to that, as we're talking about all of the dangers with AI.
We are being, quote, insufficiently candid.
Regulatory stuff, it's going to be like...
Because Microsoft are one of their major...
Very fast, Google has lots of AI investment. There should be a competitor.
Are AI and the developments in Silicon Valley posing a danger to humanity? And what's OpenAI's next move? The answers lie with one person, and to find out, we need to first understand who that person is. Chapter 1. Early Beginnings. Born in the heart of Chicago, Illinois on April 22, 1985, Samuel Harris Altman was welcomed into a warm and loving Jewish family. His father, Jerry Altman, was a real estate agent, and his mother, Connie Gibstein, was a dermatologist. His family soon moved to St. Louis, where Sam found himself growing up with two brothers and a sister. His childhood was a portrait of joy, filled with laughter and shared moments every night. They had family dinners together, played square root and guessing games, tried their hand at charades, engaged in ping pong battles, video games, and even pool. In the heart of this loving family, Sam's journey took a turn on his 8th birthday. Little did he realize that within this birthday gift awaited something that would mold Sam Altman into the person he is today. Unwrapping his birthday present, his parents surprised him with a Macintosh computer. It was a game changer. Hooked instantly, he dove into programming, spending hours in his basement building websites and tinkering with software. At an age when most kids would be playing with toys or coloring books, Sam was different. As a child in St. Louis, he grasped the system behind area codes in nursery school and learned to program and disassemble his Macintosh. The Mac became his lifeline to the world. This early fascination with technology set the stage for Sam's unique journey. But as he cruised through childhood, the first big challenge came. The realization that he wasn't exactly normal. The first wave of figuring out his identity crashed in. Chapter 2. Identity Clash. Sam excelled at John Burroughs School, ranking as the top student in his class. Beyond his academic success, he was also a young entrepreneur, having kick-started his first business at the age of 12, selling baseball cards online. However, beneath his achievements, Sam grappled with a personal challenge. He knew that openly discussing his identity, particularly being gay in a society that wasn't openly accepting in the 2000s, could pose a problem. During these difficult times, his steadfast companion was none other than his trusty Macintosh. Plugging into his Mac, Sam frequented AOL chat rooms, finding peace and connection in a community that shared similar feelings. In his own words, growing up gay in the Midwest in the 2000s was not the most awesome thing. AOL chat rooms became the transformative space where he could freely converse with others who understood his struggles. For several years, Sam kept his identity hidden. However, as the weight of the secret became burdensome, he decided to be bold and reveal it openly. At the age of 16, when a Christian group protested an assembly about sexuality at John Burroughs, Sam addressed the entire school community. He bravely declared his homosexuality, challenging the school to decide whether it wanted to be repressive or open to diverse ideas. Madeline Gray, Altman's college counselor, remarked, "What Sam did changed the school. It felt like someone had opened up a big box full of all kinds of kids and let them out into the world." This defining moment not only lifted a burden off Sam's shoulders, but also marked the beginning of overcoming obstacles that would prove instrumental in his university career and beyond. Chapter 3. Pursuing Higher Education. Having just confronted the most significant challenge yet by openly sharing his identity as gay with society, Sam now set his sights on his most substantial goal: higher education. It was clear that someone with his tech-savvy skills was destined for the top, and Stanford awaited him with an acceptance letter. Being the Macintosh enthusiast that he was, it was no surprise that his program of choice would be computer science. For a guy like Sam, Stanford proved to be the perfect match, offering a community of like-minded geeks. Alongside his academic pursuits, he decided to hone his entrepreneurial skills. Collaborating with two classmates, they worked on a project called Looped, a mobile app that informed your friends of your location. Being Sam, with programming as his first love, he found himself drawn more and more toward the world of entrepreneurship, and the part-time startup Looped was a testament to that. However, there was a missing piece in his journey, a mentor, someone like Dumbledore to Harry Potter, Gandalf to Frodo Baggins, or Steve Jobs to Mark Zuckerberg. This gap persisted until, in his sophomore year, Sam came across a guy named Paul Graham at a dinner at Stanford. Graham, who had recently launched the Y Combinator Accelerator program, sought to invest in talented college students venturing in innovative tech startups. Armed with $200,000, he aimed to nurture raw talent, providing mentorship, workshops, and gearing them up for demo day, where they could pitch their ideas. Initially facing challenges in finding the right candidates, Graham's fortunes changed at that important dinner at Stanford when he crossed paths with Sam Altman. It was clear to Graham that he had found who he was searching for. Post-dinner, Altman approached Graham, seeking advice on improving Looped and making his mark in the startup world. Impressed with Altman's insightful questions, Graham offered to be his mentor. This paved the way for Loop's inclusion in Y Combinator's inaugural batch, marking Altman's first big success. It was at this juncture that Altman decided to bid farewell to Stanford, focusing full-time on Looped and joining the ranks of tech giants like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and Mark Zuckerberg as a college dropout. The stage was now set for something significant to unfold. Chapter 4. The Y Combinator Journey. Looped emerged as one of the inaugural 8 companies selected for Y Combinator in 2005. Y Combinator gave Altman and his team $6,000 for each founder, along with valuable advice and mentorship. The goal was to create a simple version of the product that could be quickly improved to attract a small but enthusiastic user group. At Looped, Altman devoted himself to securing meetings with mobile carriers and negotiating deals to feature the app. His hard work paid off, propelling Looped's valuation to an impressive $175 million. Seeing his success, Graham appointed Altman as a part-time partner at Y Combinator in 2011. What Altman had envisioned in his childhood was gradually becoming a reality. But every story has its downside, and Altman was about to face the second biggest challenge of his career. You see, sustaining the user base at Looped proved challenging as daily active users declined. Altman recognized that people preferred passive content consumption over actively sharing their location. Reflecting on this, he admitted, "I learned you can't make humans do something they don't want to do." Thus, Looped failed to gain traction with enough users, and as a result, in 2012 it was acquired by prepaid debit card company Green Dot for $43.4 million. Sam felt really down, not just because his idea didn't turn out the way he wanted, but also because his long-term relationship was falling apart. Nick Sevo, one of Altman's co-founders at Looped, was also his romantic partner for 9 years. Altman had hoped to marry him. Sadly, after the company was sold, their relationship ended. This was a really tough time for Sam. For many people, it might have felt like the end, but Sam wasn't one to give up. He always believed in coming out on top. After selling Looped, Altman started a little fund, Hydrazine Capital, gathering $21 million and putting 75% of it into YC companies. Even though the fund did well, Altman didn't like the conflicting relationship with entrepreneurs that often comes with venture capital, so he decided to focus elsewhere. As Sam was thinking about his next project, he got a surprising call from Paul Graham, who said, "Sam Altman, you're the new president of Y Combinator. You're succeeding me." At first, Sam couldn't believe it and thought Paul must be joking, but it turned out to be a really important moment for him. It felt like everything in the universe was helping him achieve his goals. Becoming the president was key for Sam's future plans because it led him to meet people like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. This connection set him on the path towards OpenAI and the world of artificial intelligence. Chapter 5. The Birth of OpenAI. In 2015, Sam Altman was already well known in the tech world for his work at Y Combinator. Founders in crisis often called Altman first, relying on his foresight and strategic thinking. As one YC founder remarked, "Since Sam can see the future, we want him to tell us what's coming." As Sam made waves in the industry, it became apparent that even the heavyweights were taking notice of his moves. Then, out of the blue, an unexpected email popped up in his inbox, one that carried the signature of none other than Elon Musk. Musk had been thinking about the risks and benefits of artificial intelligence and wanted to create a research organization focused on developing AI safely and for the benefit of humanity. And there was no guy better than Sam Altman to collaborate on this venture. After a smooth conversation, they decided to work together. Alongside other notable figures in the tech industry, including Greg Brockman, Ilya Sutskever, and various other AI researchers, they laid laid the groundwork for what would later become OpenAI. The establishment of OpenAI in December of 2015 marked a significant moment. The organization set out an ambitious yet crucial mission to guarantee that artificial general intelligence would be advantageous for all of humanity. Their objectives included conducting research, advancing AI technologies, and actively promoting the widespread distribution of the benefits that AGI could offer. In a move to protect humanity from potential AI risks, some Silicon Valley heavyweights, including Altman and Musk, pitched a massive $1 billion for OpenAI. Big shots like Reid Hoffman of LinkedIn and Peter Thiel of PayPal also hopped on board. Yet, OpenAI's mission got a bit murky. Some thought they had aimed to create friendly AI and share its source code, while others weren't quite sure. In the hustle of OpenAI's 2018 goals, a big shakeup happened. Musk, worried about OpenAI trailing Google, suggested taking the lead. When Altman and the others said no, Musk stepped down from the board and withdrew his hefty donation. Post-Musk, OpenAI shifted from a non-profit to a profit-capped setup in 2019, with Altman taking the CEO seat in May. During a visit to Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella in Seattle, Altman showcased OpenAI's AI models, securing a cool $1 billion investment from Microsoft in 2019. The commercial side of AI had just kicked off, maybe signaling a tricky path ahead. Even with Musk critiquing from the sidelines, Altman pushed on. The high point came with the creation and release of ChatGPT in November of 2022. This game-changing innovation wasn't just tech taking charge, but was also a hint of Altman's influence. But there was more drama to come. Altman found himself on the verge of getting fired, a twist more surprising than ChatGPT's debut. Chapter 6. Boardroom Coup. Sam Altman fired. On the fateful Friday afternoon, November 17, 2023, at 3 p.m., Sam Altman found himself in a Google Meet that would alter the course of OpenAI's leadership. The board, led by chief scientist and co-founder Ilya Sutskever, made an unexpected decision to oust Altman. Within minutes, an official OpenAI statement hit the public domain, pointing to Altman's removal, citing a lack of consistent openness in his communications. Greg Brockman, then president of OpenAI, was demoted to an assistant role under the CEO, but opted for a more dignified exit, resigning due to disrespect. The next 2 days were full of conspiracy, with some suggesting that Altman had done some secret deals with the Saudis that led to his exit. As more and more conspiracies emerged, Sam Altman surprised everyone by showing up at OpenAI's headquarters on Sunday, November 19th. It appeared as if Altman was drawing closer to Microsoft with a new plan. In the middle of these discussions, Altman and Brockman decided to take a different route. They joined forces to set up a brand new AI research team at Microsoft, hoping to pull in some OpenAI staff. But Twitter soon buzzed with the sentiment that OpenAI is nothing without its people. More than 500 OpenAI employees even threatened to quit. This was a dangerous moment, not just for OpenAI, but also for Microsoft. You see, Microsoft has a strong partnership with OpenAI. It was using the hiring of Sam and a lot of his executive team as a bargaining chip to keep OpenAI alive. So Microsoft would have rather liked an independent partnership with OpenAI than to have to build the whole thing again inside Microsoft from scratch. Ultimately, Microsoft, the board of directors of OpenAI, and Sam had to conclude a deal for a win-win solution. Fast forward to Tuesday, November 21st, and Altman officially leaves Microsoft, making a comeback at OpenAI, not just as a member, but as the CEO. The current situation is undoubtedly messy, but Altman emerges as the big winner. He's positioned himself as an irreplaceable leader, winning massive support from OpenAI employees. No one really knows why Sam Altman was fired, but what we do know is that the guy who started with a little computer when he was 8 is now the most powerful person in the AI world. And this is just the beginning. We have no idea what he's planning next.